Okay, today we're making the best ever chocolate chip cookie cake. It's thick, soft, packed with melty chocolate chips, and has that perfect mix of slightly crisp, chewy edges and a gooey center. It's honestly one of my favorite cakes to date. So to start off, you want to preheat your oven to 350F or 180C conventional and line the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan with parchment paper. Once that's done, you also want to lightly grease the sides of the pan and then just set it aside for now. Next, in a medium bowl, you want to sift together 210 grams or 1 3/4 cups of plain all-purpose flour, 30 grams or 1/4 cup of cornstarch, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Give that a good mix with a whisk until it's well combined and set it aside for now. Next, in a large bowl, you want to add in 170 grams or 3/4 cup of room temperature unsalted butter, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, and 150 grams or 3/4 cup of soft light brown sugar. And then using a hand or stand mixer on a medium speed, whip that for about 2 minutes until it's light and creamy. Next, add in 1 large room temperature egg, 1 large room temperature egg yolk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and then mix on low until everything is just combined. Next, add in your sifted dry ingredients from earlier and mix on low again just until the dough comes together. You want to make sure not to overmix the dough. Now to finish off the dough, you want to add in 170 grams or 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, folding them through until they're evenly spread out. You also want to set aside 42 grams or 1/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips for sprinkling on top of the cookie dough before baking. So once the dough is ready, you want to press the cookie dough into your prepared pan, smoothing it out as evenly as possible. Once that's done, you then want to sprinkle over the remaining 42 grams or 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. So once that's all done, you want to bake the cookie cake for 22 minutes in our preheated oven and then cover the top loosely with aluminium foil and bake for another 18 minutes. The center should be puffed up, the top a golden brown color, and when you check with a toothpick, it should come out with just a few moist crumbs. You want to be careful not to overbake it. So once it's ready, you want to let the cookie cake cool completely in the pan on a wire rack before releasing the sides of the springform pan. I know it's tempting, but the texture is perfect once it's completely cooled. Now while the cookie cake is cooling, we're going to prepare our chocolate frosting to go on the top. So it's super simple to make and tastes so amazing. In a bowl, add in 85 grams or 6 tablespoons of room temperature unsalted butter, 90 grams or 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and a small pinch of salt. And then using a hand or stand mixer on a high speed, whip that for 5 minutes until it's light and fluffy. Next, add in 13 grams or 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, Dutch process is preferred if you have it, along with 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of room temperature heavy cream. Whole milk works well too. Now whip that on high for another minute until it's smooth and creamy, and then that is our chocolate frosting all done. It's so easy. So once your cookie cake has cooled completely, you want to remove the sides of the springform pan and carefully transfer the cake to your serving plate or cake stand. I then like to use a 1M piping tip to pipe the chocolate frosting around the edges of the cake to make it look more like a cake. And then to add an extra pop of color, I like to sprinkle some colorful sprinkles on the top of the frosting. So once that's done, that is it. The most soft and chewy cookie cake. It's packed with flavor, has slightly crispy caramelized edges, and that chocolate frosting really just makes it feel more like a cake, and it just tastes amazing with the cookie cake as well. So that is it for today, guys. If you do decide to give this recipe a go, then please do leave a review on our blog. It really helps our content out here at Cakes by MK, and I'll see you in the next video.